So
Yeah.
welcome everybody to Simon
A
or
new
Sod and Sod
series.
new series Simon and Sod watch a movie. We tried this on another film, Garfield. We might return to it someday, so you can hear that.
Get excited.
What we decided to do Commando, released in 1985, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. So if you want to watch along, we will be. Sod, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Started.
Basically, the plot of this film: his daughter gets kidnapped, and he goes on a gory rampage to try and save her. So, if you want to watch along, we will be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yep.
And of course, we are watching this
Another 20th Century Fox movie.
Of
like
course,
Garfield.
I feel like most of the stuff we're going to be doing is Disney or Fox related. Mine's still loading, by the way.
Oh my god.
So you can pause for like 5 seconds till I catch up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at the end of the 20th Century Fox logo.
Okay. Oh, guess what? Keep it paused because my thing just froze.
Oh my god, this is a disaster.
This is not going well for us. All right, Sod, press play now.
Okay.
Okay, you're at the beginning where the dump truck's rolling up.
Okay. There's that dump truck.
There it is. This is one of my favorite Arnold movies. I feel like it doesn't get talked as much as about like some of his other works like Predator and stuff. It is a lot of fun though, and it's really short, thankfully.
I want to say it's the most simple Arnold movie like imaginable.
It is. It's just a straight kind of revenge film, I guess.
Not even really revenge. It's just like, oh, they took my daughter. Now I gotta murder everyone.
They took my daughter, and now it's personal.
Yep.
Dum, 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 dum. Oh shit! I forgot to take the fucking garbage out, mate. This woman is kind of attractive.
Shame she's not going to be seen for the rest of the movie.
That's true. There's not a lot of women in this film. There's like one other woman from what I recall.
Yeah, she's just like comic relief. Oh, Arnold's murdering people. I gotta.
Oh, Arnold, you took me car. You ripped me seat out, mate.
Why is she Australian? Oh,
because I've been drinking and you're Australian. What do you want from me?
Gonna mock me and my people.
Is it racist to mock an Australian?
Very. It'll probably be more racist.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh wait, never mind. He's got the.
I love how if he didn't come to take the garbage out, he probably would have been fine.
Yeah, the whole plan. It's such a weird plan. No one saw him.
It's like their whole plan is based around if he forgot to take the garbage out.
What if he was already there? Then they would just have to storm the house, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's a nice looking thing.
Thank you. I've been working on it for a while. I tried like 5 different things and it looked like shit. I was like, you know what? This looks really nice. That's almost better than the actual like Simon versus the podcast logo.
Yeah, this is gonna be the main thing now.
If you're wondering why Ethan isn't here, if you're like an actual follower of Simon versus the podcast,
one of the 13.
Ethan has this thing where he hates watching movies with other people. He refuses to do it. Unless it's his dad, he won't watch a movie with somebody else. I'm pretty sure if he's in theaters, like he's just like, oh, everybody shut the fuck up, stop laughing at the movie, let me enjoy it.
I mean, unless it's Kirk, because I've really... Well, even then, he didn't. That wasn't like voice. I
don't think he joined the Kirk Cameron stream. No, he wants Kirk Cameron to himself.
Just like how Kirk Cameron wants him even to himself, I guess. Or our 2025 man.
It's crazy how 2025 has now become the most hated film on Letterboxd.
Yeah, everyone...
I like to believe we helped with that, but it's probably not true.
Yeah, it's only now it's been coming out in popularity.
I mean, that video does have 125 views. Like, it's not much, but it is something.
Yeah. Up. We got the guy from Mad
So
Max 2.
we're
Um,
kind of rambling at this point, but that guy,
very-
the guy he just blew up, kind of looks like Dan Severn.
he was in Mad Max 2, that guy. He was Wes. Up.
Was he?
Yeah. He,
Oh,
doesn't
here he.
matter
Did you know?
now.
Did you know they actually made a small action figure of the log that he's carrying in this?
No.
The log was more popular than him in this film,
The log got an action figure.
and he didn't. Where's the NECA of Arnold?
Well,
No,
that was the thing about 80s movies. They would like take all the because this is R in America, right? In Canada, I'm assuming.
of course.
Oh, here it's MA, so. But yeah, that was the thing. They just any 80s movie, make a bunch of toys for it, didn't matter the rating. There was an action figure for RoboCop, like a cartoon even.
Sod, you keep the people entertained. I gotta take a piss.
Okay.
This is a fantastic scene.
Yeah, you gotta
showing
make the
how
best
buff
scene.
he is.
Him and his daughter, they like feed a deer at
I'll be
some
back soon.
point. Okay, everyone just look out for the bit where he feeds a deer. It's extremely wholesome. It's just preparing you all for is a bunch of murder he'll be doing later. Oh, what's this? Ah, it's daughter, child. And we get cut to credits. Look at that, they had the perfect life. What could possibly go wrong? Hopefully Craig's still recording. It's hard to talk when there's no one to. Yep, there's the deer. There's the deer. They're feeding a deer. That's the only thing I remembered from this title for some reason. Did they go? I guess they own this big property or they just live out in the woods. That's the funny thing about this movie. This is the cheesiest imaginable action movie from like this time period. Except it's a studio production. Also very James Horner, who we all know from Aliens, did the score for this. It's very
It's kind of funny how even though he's just hanging out with his daughter, we still have the hardcore Commando music playing.
yeah. I mean, you gotta
It's like this music does not fit the scene.
you gotta get hyped somehow. I mean, they fed a deer at some point. That's the perfect music to go accompany feeding a deer. Say they got the big house.
Did you know that I was just while I was taking a piss, I was looking at the cast. Bill Paxton is in this.
Yeah.
film.
I remember him being here.
I haven't seen this in a while. It's kind of one of those things like Bill Paxton has this weird history with Arnold.
What, like how he's in Predator 2?
Well, yeah, like he's in Predator 2, he's in True Lies, he's in this.
Yeah.
He's also like in Aliens, which led to Alien versus Predator. He has a weird like corresponding history with Arnold.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, I just think it's more cool.
I think he's been in other films that Arnold has been in too.
Like what? I love Bill Paxton, but for some reason
Well, don't call me out here. Let me look.
Yeah, you better back that up, buddy. You better back up your claims here. I will not stand for misinformation on this show.
Well, he's in this. He's in True Lies, and then like with him being in the
He was in
sequel
like a
to the
bunch
Predator film, and also being in the sequel to Aliens.
He was in a bunch of James Cameron stuff as well, so I guess that's sort of up.
I feel like James Cameron would be like more respected if he
Wasn't in love with himself.
well, yeah, and also started doing action films in the 80s.
Well, his first movie was Piranha 2, and then he did the Terminator, which was a lower budget film that made a lot of money, and then he got Aliens, and one thing led to another, and yeah.
Why am I thinking, like, you said James Cameron? For some reason, I'm thinking about fucking Michael Bay
What?
because I'm a dumbass.
What? Sorry,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, no, Sod, I've been drinking.
Yeah,
I've told you
when we
this.
were
I've told
recording
the audience
No, you only
this.
told the audience when we were doing Garfield, which no
Oh, I'm
one's gonna know
sorry.
about.
I am currently heavily intoxicated. It's kind of like this new thing we're trying out where I get extremely drunk. Sod's the straight man,
Yeah,
and we try to
because
watch a movie
the time
coherently,
zones
and it's
are
not
like on the
working.
other side of the
We tried
planet.
it once earlier, and it didn't fucking work, and it's pissing me
Yeah,
off.
now he's just a very, it's just straight man Aussie with a very angry Canadian.
No, my name is Mott. I'm actually your
Oh,
alter
God.
ego that you're hearing out loud in this
Jesus.
recording.
So yeah, you're just gonna say the opposite of everything I say. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, this is a very good, entertaining movie. You'll go, oh, it sucks. I hate it.
This film is shit and has no entertainment value whatsoever.
Oh, Arnold's got a gun, and he's
Did this come out before or after Last Action
way
Hero?
before. This was 80s. Our Last Action Hero was like 1993.
Makes sense. I love Last Action
Last
Hero.
Action Hero is pretty great.
It's one of those things where the satire is better than the actual films itself.
I just need to figure out who directed Commando. The fuck, there's a sequel to Commando?
Sequel to
No, it can't be.
Commando?
Okay, no, it's an Indian thing. It's a Bollywood thing, so I'm assuming it's something else entirely.
Hey, le.
Why are Bollywood movies so long? This is like 2 hours and 38 minutes. What action?
All the dance sequences, I would assume. Those take
Oh, yeah,
forever.
true. Who is that actor? He looks very familiar. I feel like I should know him from something.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Colonel
Colonel.
here?
He looks
He does look familiar, yeah.
strange.
Well, let's find out. We are doing a
Drew
commentary,
Snyder, I think it is.
and nobody's gonna watch. I dare you to put this out before the most recent episodes of the podcast just to piss Ethan off.
Make it seem like this is the new era of the channel.
Yeah, we're pushing Ethan out. James Olsen?
Let me see.
I haven't seen any of these other films that he's
Are they all
in.
like B movies or?
Major General Franklin
Because this is
Kirby.
basically a B movie, a Studio B movie.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
It's crazy. All these soldiers show up, and then this is when they decide to attack. And they still kick their asses.
Oh, he's not all hyped up yet.
He was carrying that log. You see how big that fucking log was?
The log drained his power. He's only operating at like 70% of his Arnold Schwarzenegger power.
Oh, he needs to like throw his hands up in the air and like give me your energy.
And then he picks up his AK-47 and murders them all.
So I have a question for you. What is your relation to Dragon Ball?
Oh, I know nothing
Z?
about Dragon Ball. I know basically
nothing
about
enough.
Dragon Ball. Most I know about Dragon Ball, I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, is how I was at a friend's house, I stayed over, and he put on Dragon Ball, not Z, like a sequel series or whatever, GT.
That was your introduction to the show.
Well, not even introduction. He's like, he put it on. He's like, oh, this is Dragon Ball. It's great. And I'm just like, what's going on? And I just fell asleep.
Oh, you should not be friends with that person anymore.
I haven't spoken to him in like 3 years. He's also the same person.
Good. Keep it that way.
I told the famous story about because this is the same person who loved Wolf of Wall Street, but had like a TV recording of it, so it wasn't even the uncut film.
What the fuck? It's like one of those VHS like recordings of it where like the commercials are cut out.
Recording of it, so I had commercials that were censored and everything. Oh yeah, back to the movie by the way. So his daughter's been kidnapped.
This is one of the best scenes in the movie where the guy's like, "All right, we kidnapped your daughter. Let's
No,
negotiate." And Arnold
no.
is like, "No," and shoots him in the head.
Because this came out around after First Blood Part 2, which I'm assuming also had a effect on this movie.
I don't really see the correlation between this and First Blood,
First
to be
Blood Part
honest.
2.
Other than like the
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I'm
part
saying.
two,
Not
definitely,
not Part
not
1.
not
That's
First
an actual
Blood.
movie with
No.
actual themes and characters.
Yeah, because the first Rambo film, which is just First Blood, is a fantastic film about a veteran returning from the Vietnam War. He doesn't know what to do
Yeah,
with himself, and the he kind of
well, no,
snaps,
because he's provoked by the
and the
town.
police, the sheriff is just the sheriff is messing with him, so it
Yeah, and he
breaks
thinks he's
him.
back in Vietnam, and
Yeah, he gets his flash. Like the first Rambo is fantastic, not just as an action film, but like just as
yeah.
with the themes and such. But part 2 and 3 are
Well, I
just
think they're
bullshit.
entertaining as enough action movies, but as like sequels to that, they're kind of horrific.
I think Rambo, like
Yeah, the
Rambo,
fourth
like
one.
Rambo Part 4 or whatever, is like the
Well,
official sequel to that because he goes back to
yeah,
Nam.
but the thing about that one is like it's obviously trying to be like a serious, like down to earth serious again. But the thing about it is like the violence.
But it
Well, for me
works
anyway, the
though.
violence is so over the top that it kind of detracts from the whole thing.
I don't understand your viewpoint on that because if you were shot by a fucking massive,
Well,
well,
it's
it's not a
all like it's
Gatling gun,
so
but like a modern day Gatling gun from 2009, you'd get fucking shredded to pieces because
yeah, I
that's what
know,
he
but
shows.
still, it's all like ridiculous, over the top, gory violence. It's all like emphasizes that, so it's all like detracts from like the whole like I don't know, I haven't seen it in a while, but
Mm.
anyway, Arnold's been captured.
Yeah, but have you seen
No, I
Last
haven't, and
Blood?
I don't want to. And
It's like the poor man's
oh,
Taken. It's like Taken 4, but with
I saw Taken
Rambo.
3 in cinemas, by the
It's
way. That
terrible.
was. And all I
Oh
remember is like a
God.
billion edits of him trying to get over a fence. But yeah,
Mm. Oh yeah, the 15 cuts of him. That isn't of him trying to jump over the one fence because Liam Neeson is like 60
yeah.
years old.
But yeah, so they've captured Arnold, and
Yeah, so our antagonist that Arnold is actually going to
at some
fight.
point later on. Also, who's that actor? I feel
We
like I've seen that actor before, and if
he looks like Dan Severn, the former
oh no,
UFC
like one of
fighter.
the
Has like a diverse cast of bad. I like how his name is Colonel
well, to
Matrix,
bring up,
John
yeah, it's the
Matrix.
most generic name of all time for any action hero. But the funny thing is, just wait for him to come up. Not this guy. Well, actually, he was going to come up later. Yeah, guy in the glasses over there was on Twin Peaks. So, just to bring up Lynch here to annoy you.
Oh God. Like I don't hate Lynch, but like I hate his fans who will defend everything he ever does. Like Lynch could film himself taking a shit and then jerk it off to like on a 15-year-old and they'd be like, "Oh, cinema."
Well, I mean, he was on the Cleveland show. I'm not sure how
Oh
his fans
God.
feel about that.
Wasn't he on like regular Family Guy too?
Yeah, he made a few appearances.
Mm.
Also, I heard that I don't know where I heard this, but you know Gravity Falls, that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
was like requested, like asked to at least go on it because it was sort of like, I guess, sort of Twin Peaks-ish, sort of like how it's mystery and stuff. And he said no and did the Cleveland show instead.
That's depressing.
Yeah. But oh dear,
I'd rather watch Gravity Falls over Twin Peaks. All you Lynch fans out there, you
yeah.
fucking fight me.
Yeah.
So they're threatening our our heroes, Arnold's
On
daughter,
Matrix, Arnold, whatever his name is.
John J. Matrix.
Yeah, and I just love how it cuts back to them and it's just like, damn it, we should have left.
Yeah, like 5 seconds after we left, there was this massive attack that we totally could have helped out.
Yeah,
with.
they did hear
If only
it.
we looked. The Colonel's like, if only we looked out the window.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my god.
Because they literally attack as soon as
Yeah,
the
it's-
helicopter lifts off.
We're coming to a great scene here. I'm sorry, I just love this that we got. Oh, because it's also what's his name from Predator as well is here.
Jesse Ventura. Oh, the black
Yeah.
man. Yes.
Yeah, and also you can tell that guy was in Mad Max just by his accent.
Yeah. I was in Mad Max, mate. Can't you fucking tell?
He was definitely in some Australian film.
Oh, he said. Oh, I saw it. He said the thing. He said, "I'll be back."
Yay! Clap at that, everyone.
I'll be ready, John. I think it's like one of the few times where like somebody actually responds to him saying, "I'll be back," except for Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
Because like in Terminator, he says it, "I'll be back."
I mean, that was like for comedy in Last Action Hero.
I love Last Action because like in Last Action Hero, he's like, "I'll be back." He's like, "I knew you say that." He's like, "What do you mean you knew I said it?" It's like, "That's your catchphrase." He's like, "Oh." And then later on, he says, "Rubber baby buggy bumpers."
Yeah.
You didn't think I would say that? Now, what did you?
Yeah, Jerry's from Twin Peaks is here. Just gonna point that out again.
Yeah, Jerry.
Gotta keep on
he's here.
saying that so when Ethan listens to this, he'll get jealous.
Ethan's not gonna listen to this because he's like, "Oh, you guys can have your own circle jerk." I'm Ethan. I like Eraserhead.
Oh. Yeah, we're bullying Ethan even though he's in here.
Yeah, he can't defend himself. I'm sure he'll listen to this and then like on the next recording after he hears this on the podcast, he'll be like, "Oh, you guys are bullying me."
Also, just to point out that I'm obsessively checking the Discord channel just to make sure Craig is still recording this.
I know, like, so for a lot of you who don't know, we are extremely unprofessional.
Yeah, we use fucking Craig to record
podcasters.
this.
We use a Discord recording bot to record ourselves, and then our friend Sod has to go through, who is our editor, who is with me here today.
Yes,
has to go
everyone knows
through
I'm
and
here.
like
Who do you think they've been talking
Yeah.
to for the past?
he has to
30
go
minutes?
through and make this sound somewhat comparable when it comes to actually releasing it on YouTube.
Yeah, but for episode 11, the thing crashed and we didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, we didn't pick up until like a half an hour of recording. We were all really pissed off at each other afterwards, even though it was none of our faults.
Yeah. So yeah, when episode 11 eventually comes out, that's why it's so lacking, or going to be lacking.
Yeah,
I'm not looking forward to it.
I mean, the first half and the very end of the recording are still good.
We just got to acknowledge this moment. Another classic scene in this movie.
This is great. He just grabs his neck. He grabs him, breaks his neck. He puts a blanket on him. It's like, shh, he's a little sleepy.
Yeah.
He puts his hat over him.
Also, I love like what he says to the flight attendant, which we'll hear now.
My friend, he's dead tired. I love that line. He has so many great one-liners in this.
But Jerry's watching him, making sure.
I'm sick.
Yeah, so he just gets off the plane.
Yeah, I love how he gets off the plane too. This is very 80s music.
It's James Horner who did like the military like scores for Aliens, which would think he would be perfect for this. Which I don't know, I still like the score for this, but I don't know, the military marches would make more sense than whatever this is. This sort of funky.
Oh no! I like this. The like do 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 do.
Yeah, I like it too, but it's just so weird they got.
Arnold is strong enough to put his fingers through this like this thing that has a zipper on it.
No, he can just strip it off.
He puts his fingers through it.
He's just gonna jump off a moving plane. Not sure how like
This is like Toy Story 2 right
Oh yeah,
here.
this Toy Story 2 took a lot of
This is where Toy
influence.
Story 2 got their ending.
Yeah, it's the same scene. Like Woody and Buzz are probably on the runway right now.
Yeah. It's crazy how a little like a toy horse
What, how they
and
did
like
just get blown away or
remote
get sucked in a jet engine?
a remote yeah, a remote control car could keep up to a fucking airplane.
The funny thing about Toy Story, because I'm just trying to go through all the Pixar movies again. I watched the first one like a couple of nights ago, and the animation does not hold up, but it's still great, just for how like aged it is.
Still like Toy
Well,
Story
Toy Story
1.
1's still great, but it's sort of like it's. I'm just saying it's weird that the animation doesn't hold up, but I still like the way it looks. But yeah, he's off the plane and he's gonna go.
Yeah, luckily for him there was a fucking swamp right beside the
Yeah,
airport.
he's gonna go murder Jerry now from Twin Peaks. I've said it's Jerry.
Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied.
Yeah.
Matrix!
What was that voice?
That's Jerry when he's falling to his death. I love how he catches up to Jerry. Jerry's just casually
He has
doing
no
his
idea
thing.
what's going on. Or hypothetically, he could have just like ignored Jerry and not even bothered with him. Because he would just go back to his guy and say, "Oh yeah, he got on the flight all good and fine."
Yeah, and then he could have. Yeah, but he's pissed off. They
Yeah,
captured
so he's
his
just gonna
daughter.
take it out on this like little man.
So here's like one of the only other women in the film besides the daughter.
Yeah.
So what was the? You're gonna have to stay with me on
Okay,
this.
so Simon.
They were sending John Matrix, a highly trained commando, to kill this guy's like political rival.
It doesn't matter. They were trying to use him, and he's not gonna take any shit. So he's just gonna go kill them now.
All right, whatever. I guess it's not important.
Very funny.
I'm on a boat. Take a good
God damn
hard
it.
look at this motherfucking boat. So now
Actually, didn't we
Arnold,
get
he's
spotted
back
by,
in the airport.
Jerry. I know we're calling the character's name's not Jerry. We're just calling him that because Lynch.
Yeah. I think Jerry notices him and he's trying to get to a payphone in the mall, but that's later on.
Hey,
But first, Jerry, oh no, the flight to Vancouver was canceled. God forbid. Why would you ever want to go to fucking Vancouver? What a shithole.
would you just love this movie? They just do end up going to Vancouver.
What would Arnold do in Vancouver? Fucking kill a bunch
The
of
movie
junkies?
will be him trying to figure out what to do in Vancouver.
It'd be him being like, all right, I either want to go back to Austria or want to go back to America. Vancouver sucks. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, well, nowadays, a lot of films are filmed in Vancouver, Toronto, because it's so much cheaper to film in those cities and just say it's New York or like San Francisco or wherever you want the film to take place.
I don't know why I find it's like.
But it's one of those things where it's crazy that it's literally cheaper to bring an entire film crew to an entire different country than film in the actual city where you want the film to take place.
Well, that's what they do all the time. Like, they film the Matrix trilogy in Sydney here just because.
You know what? Isn't that insane though? Like, because of taxes and everything, it's easier to go to an entirely different country than just film where you want the film to take place.
I don't know. Let's just focus on the fact that Jerry's stalking this one flight attendant.
Oh, Jerry is a creepy motherfucker in this film, but he's also a bad guy, so he's gonna get his comeuppance.
He's gonna shovel you out of the shit. You wouldn't get that because that was a Twin Peaks reference.
I've seen Twin Peaks, asshole.
Well, no, it's The Return.
I haven't seen The Return. Why would you reference The Return? You
Yeah,
know I
that's
haven't seen The
I
Return.
was saying that. Oh God,
I guarantee the average viewer hasn't watched The Return.
what one of our 14 viewers.
Yeah. Well, no, we get about 100 views a video. Might as well
How
just
long did
rename this to Simon and or Sod and Simon talk shit for an hour and a half.
it? Oh wait, so Arnold, for some reason,
This is
targets his
this is
one flight
great because
attendant.
Jerry wanted to have sex with her and she tells him to fuck off, but then Arnold straight up kidnaps her.
Yeah, who's the real villain?
Yeah, and then rips his. That must be
This-
super uncomfortable for him because have you ever seen the bottom of a fucking seat?
yeah, it's
It's
horrible.
pure metal.
So
Then again, I personally have never been in a convertible.
not a lot of people get to be in convertibles.
I've been in a fair amount of vehicles, but I've never been in a vehicle such as this. A two-seater? No, never.
You always just see them in movies. That's no one actually
Yeah, I
drives
feel
a convertible in real life.
I love Last Action Hero kind of makes fun of this in the sense that like
Last
why does
Action
everybody
Hero is making fun of this movie specifically, probably.
Yeah, no, they do. It's fantastic. I love the line in Last Action Hero where it's why does everybody look hot? It's California, baby. Everybody looks hot in California.
I've never been to California, so I wouldn't know.
Neither have I. Well, I don't even think our resident American on the podcast has been to California.
Has anyone been to California? If you're watching this, type yes or no in the comments.
In the comments, can you answer, have you been to California? If so, was it fun?
Yeah, that's also the big question. Was it fun?
Because I
Because
don't
like,
think I could live in a place like California or Florida. I'd
well, you
probably
just
die
hear
of a heat
traffic.
stroke.
You just hear traffic. That's all I heard about. I knew one guy who went to California. He's just like, oh, it's just traffic.
Well, you don't live in a massive city, do you?
No, I live out in the suburbs, but I've been in a massive city plenty of times.
Well, when you say suburbs of Australia, you're basically in the boonies there.
No, it's just,
You're basically your family is Mick Taylor's family.
oh God. No, it's just a regular suburb. I'm not living out in the middle of the desert if that's what you're
Well,
thinking.
like you live in the suburb, but like usually cities have suburbs. Are you in a town or like what does that mean?
It's just like
The whole town is a suburb?
the whole town is just a suburb. It's just like
Yeah, like that's how you make it sound.
just a residential area.
The whole place is a residential area.
Yeah, there is like a bit of farmland, I guess. A few like
There's no commercial area whatsoever.
no, there is like a shopping mall, like big
Okay.
shopping. I don't know. I'll do a whole video on like what it's like to live in my area. It'll just be, oh yeah, here's a house.
All right.
Here's a few
Here's a
llamas.
house. Here's a deadly venomous spider.
Here's a blue-tongued lizard in my backyard. Look at that, why don't ya?
Do you own any like in Australia, especially like you're part of Australia? Are you allowed to own any venomous or reptiles or anything?
Yeah, people
Or
own
do you
reptiles, but I don't know if they're venomous.
you live in Australia, most things are fucking venomous.
Yeah, everything's venomous. Well, weird thing is, like, I've never had a venomous spider in my house. I've only had huntsmans, which are like,
Well, those aren't bad at all. Like if anything, those are beneficial to
yeah,
you.
I'd love having a huntsman around.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure if like if you just ran in one direction into a field for long enough, you'd come across like
yeah, you would
an
come across,
Australian
yeah, if I went out,
viper or
if
something.
I went out into the bush, of course I'm gonna get bitten by a snake.
But you guys also have like crocodiles and such,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I don't live in any area near. Well, actually, I did go up to Cairns once for like a school trip, and it was like we said it was like sort of getaway beach place, and you go outside and you just oh wait, the crocodiles are coming out. Back inside we go. It's like
Fair
early
enough.
in the morning. It's just like he's like, oh, we gotta go down and see the sunset. It's probably gonna look lovely. And now I need to check if Craig's still recording because I'm paranoid. No, yeah, he's still recording, thank God.
He's still good. He's still going strong for right now. He just didn't want to record Garfield.
Do you think he just hated Bill Murray?
Yeah, no, he's a big fan of Arnold, but when it comes to like animated cat films, he was fucking out.
It's amazing because we were like discussing like what to do beforehand. So do you think he like heard? Do you think Craig?
Yeah, he knew. He knew. So at this point in the film, because we haven't really been talking about the film very much, Arnold has basically kidnapped this flight attendant and has forced her to bring him to this shopping mall to chase Jerry, which is making probably a drug deal. Love how these mall security guards are held to the highest regard. I don't think I've ever seen anybody flirt with a fucking mall security guard, no matter how much ripped he is. Every mall security
guard looks like a disgusting slob. At least like in the ones I've seen.
Oh no, I've seen, like, where I used to live, there was a couple of like very fit mall security guards because I used to live in a shithole town where like everywhere had to have a security guard.
He realizes the flight attendant's here. Instead of getting suspicious, he's just like, hey, baby.
He's like, oh no, she actually wants a piece of this. Huh?
I guess she just told that Arnold's...
I love how he's like, yeah, please don't tell on me. I'm trying to get my daughter back. And she immediately rats him out.
Yeah, so... And also the fact that they just approach him casually, like, Arnold's a regular person.
So this is the part where Jerry realizes that John never got on the plane.
Yeah, it's all very contrived.
What? Matrix?
Huh?
So now he's trying to get to his... He's reaching... He doesn't have a phone on him.
Just slapped that man.
It's one of those things where, like, if he had a cell phone,
he's got a
this movie would be over immediately.
Oh, of course he likes.
I love this scene where he's in this like weird futuristic payphone and he fucking yeets it. It's amazing. Jerry fucking no-sells that, immediately gets up and runs away. It's amazing.
He knows what's up. Oh, and also there's another guy.
Okay, this idiot literally could have just ran away and been fine. But he decides to pull a gun out and get shot.
Oh my god, he nearly shot that guy.
This is an extremely American film where like mall security have guns. You know what mall security here have?
What?
Fucking radio.
Yeah, everywhere else has... I don't know how it is in America nowadays. Do mall cops still have guns?
I'm assuming nowadays they have AK-47.
Of course. Also, you just gotta love how they're trying to swarm Arnold, but... Because he's just a machine.
How many mall security guards do you have? What is this, West Edmonton Mall?
How many mall security guards does it take to bring down Arnold?
This is kind of a cool mall. This does remind me of West Edmonton Mall.
Do you think they had that dragon around you showed me?
Oh, dude, that dragon, like, for those of you who don't know, as the movies, this isn't Simon and Sod watch a movie. This is Simon and Sod have a movie playing in the background while we talk shit. So, for those of you who don't know, this mall specifically reminds me of West Edmonton Mall because West Edmonton Mall, from like when I was a kid, from like 97 to like now, is constantly changing, trying to go with like the times and everything. But their Cineplex Theater used to have this awesome attraction. It was an animatronic dragon, like a full-scale dragon that would actually breathe fire. It would have flamethrowers in its mouth, and it would shoot flames. It was amazing. It's a spectacle to behold, and the first time I saw it, I nearly pissed my fucking pants. Because I had no clue. I always knew there was a dragon there, but I never knew that it moved.
And when it moved, you thought it was real when you panicked.
Oh yeah, because I was only about like 5-6 years old, and it was like one of those fantasy aspects where like that is so fucking cool. And it was like, because it was a whole light show and everything, and it started breathing fire. And when you're on the upper balcony looking at it, the flames get so, you can feel the heat of the flames. It's incredible. And unfortunately, it's not there anymore because they had to bring in technicians from different countries to work on it and to refill the
Fuel.
not the CO2 can. Yeah, they had to refuel the thing, and they had to bring people in from America, I believe, to refuel it because there was nobody specifically trained in Canada to do it. Because they had to bring people in from
What?
basically worked on movie sets and stuff like that to refuel the fucking thing and work on the thing.
And it just got to a point where it's like it's not worth it.
Yeah, they couldn't keep the maintenance of it up anymore. Sod can throw a picture of it up on the screen
Yeah,
for y'all
sure.
if you want.
Also, we were talking about this during a very exciting car chase, by the way.
Oh
We're
yeah, this car chase is
We're coming up to the.
I just got
Yeah, we're coming up to probably the most iconic line from this movie specifically.
Probably my favorite part of the film, to be honest. My car!
Why did she tag along again? Why are you here, woman?
Yeah, so it's kind of a weird thing where he grabs the car again and he lets her back in. You think he would just tell her to fuck off. This car is mine now.
Especially considering he's just trashing it.
Well, yeah, because he is a commando.
That's not Jerry. That's a stunt driver.
Yeah. He is putting a civilian in danger, which is one of the things where I don't know why he keeps bringing her along. Even though she's so hesitant for most of the film.
Just for someone to scream and go, wow, look at Arnold do his things.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we go.
So he just gets his next clue of where the next guy he's going to kill is.
It's amazing because he's just you got this little man trying to talk shit to Arnold first.
He's got him in a fucking body press position. Oh no! It would have been great if he hit him with a tombstone pile driver and then dropped him off. I lied.
Yeah.
I love how he clearly drops his doll off the
Yeah. Plus he looks down like he's satisfied. Jerry was the most satisfying kill in this movie.
That scene is so amazing. I mean, if he would have just threw him off, he might have survived, but because he dropped him down head first.
Yeah, he's gone. Plus, oh yeah, you had to push this car over because
this is like one of the most Arnold films ever.
It is the Arnold movie, I guess, in a way. Yeah. Like when you think,
everyone talks about Terminator, but the thing is, he's the bad guy in the first Terminator, and then he's just kind of like an emotionless robot in the second one.
Well, no. Well, the whole point of the second one is that he learns emotion throughout the whole movie, and this is just Arnold. It has all the
Arnold say he's spouting his one-liners and.
Well, Predator did come out after this, and the opening act of Predator sort of I guess makes fun of this movie as, well, not specifically, but you can sort of take it that way because it's the big strong fellas coming in to save the day, and then they get hunted.
We need to get every single guy we can who has ever taken steroids in Hollywood and put them in this movie
with an alien that kills them.
You know what would have been great in Predator if they didn't have that very, very opening scene.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Where they set up
with the spaceship coming in.
Do you think it would be better if it was like a From Dusk Till Dawn thing, where they just sort of show up halfway through? It's it's a vampire movie now.
Well, the thing is with Predator is you see the spaceship coming in, it's oh, they're gonna fight an alien, whatever. But if they wouldn't have had that opening scene, you would have been what the fuck is hunting these guys?
Yeah, I know. I guess that's what you're going on about.
I think that would have been way better. I think they still could have had the scenes here, because the Predator doesn't take notice of these dudes until they fuck up that village.
Yeah. Because that's the whole idea. He's
Because
like,
the predator is just there hunting dudes.
yeah, he's killing for sport.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, well, these dudes just wiped out an entire village. I'm going to hunt these guys now. These guys are fucking badass.
Yeah, they're so cool. I want them on my wall.
Yeah, like, that's
Really,
the whole
the Predator-
plot. Like, the Predator's like, these guys are fucking cool. I'm going to
Yeah,
kill
really,
them
he's
and
just
show
a
how
dork.
cool I
He's
am.
just a dork.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I wish they would have did that, but they had that opening thing with. I wonder if like the original trailers coming out at the time didn't have like the spaceship.
Well, have you seen?
Because I haven't seen any of the original.
I haven't either, but did you like see? Have you seen pictures of like the original Predator design before they got Stan Winston on board?
It's a fucking silly.
Yeah, I know. It's like a alien monster. Well, I get like 50s like science fiction movies instead of like.
Yeah.
Also, I love how we're talking about other Arnold movies rather than the actual Arnold movie we're watching right now.
There's a lot of transition between this movie where not a lot happens.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think
like when action isn't happening in this movie, it's a little.
Well, I think when people think about this movie, they think about like that final act where.
Yeah, where Arnold goes in by himself with the fucking 4 missile launcher thing.
Because this is sort of just like, I guess, there's still action here and there. Obviously, we got that firing them all in the car chase, but those aren't like the go-to things people think about, unless it's I Lied.
Yeah. So now, was this the Gatling gun guy from Predator? Yeah, Mr. Gatling gun, he's back. Hey yo, it's Cookie. I actually really like this fight scene.
I guess this is also why he brings the woman along just as a prop.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know this was gonna happen. Like this setup, I still don't know why he brings her along.
Just happy coincidence, I guess.
Open the door. Open the goddamn door. Oh, that's his name, Sully. Skadoosh. He doesn't even wait for him to fully turn around. He slightly turns and he punches him in the ear.
Oh, almost lost our love interest, I guess.
The only female in the film,
other than a daughter who is in
the daughter and like the wife from the beginning of the film. There's like the only 3 women in this movie. Gonna kick your ass. Just the one-liners in the. I think one of my favorite Arnold one-liners is in the film Eraser.
I haven't. That's one of the few Arnolds I haven't seen.
Oh, you gotta see it. He fights an alligator.
Okay, now
he kills the alligator. Wait, she was behind. Wait a minute, she was behind him. Oh, she had a strap on for sure. She was fucking him.
So this movie is progressive in a way.
It is, yeah. It's like a Wes Anderson film where you just see random titties, and it's very welcome.
I guess we mentioned it in our failed Garfield commentary track, but you were watching The French Dispatch before this.
I like how Wes Anderson's like, you know what? We need full bush.
Up and there he goes.
This is what's missing from action films nowadays, where you're randomly fighting and then you see a woman with large, gigantic breasts out of nowhere.
Do you think all of the Marvel movies would have been improved if they had that? Like just during.
Okay, so think about it this way.
Okay.
In the first Iron Man film, where he's fighting Ironmonger throughout the city. Iron Man gets thrown into a random hotel room, and it's the lesbians from Blue is the Warmest Color. And he's like, "Sorry, ladies," and then he flies off, and he continues.
Well, isn't that movie French? The Blue is the Warmest Color thing.
Well, maybe they went on vacation to New York.
Oh, okay, sure. I don't know. This is
Yeah.
one of the
What do you want? What do
this
you
is one of
want
the
from
few
me?
moments where we need Epic in the chat to like educate us.
Why? So he can make fucking COVID jokes?
Well, he would show up and then hear my voice and then run away.
He's really scared of Australians. It's a
Yeah,
weird thing.
he stopped because before he heard my voice, he was constantly asking me questions, and now it's just that never happens.
Like, you know what? Australians are very scary, just like the animals that
Oh
live
my
there.
god. Anyway, so I guess you got to
Our hero, after beating the black
go to
guy.
this warehouse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just still going back and forth checking if Craig's still recording this because
He's good. He's
I'm
going
terrified
strong.
that because we're a good like hour, almost an hour into this.
Oh, I gotta piss again. Holy
God.
shit.
Hold it in for the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, you keep the peoples entertained.
Well, this is probably like
Although I remember this being a really like weird scene where he just steals like blueprints or
this is sort
something.
of like a whatever scene. It's just preparing
Irrelevant
us
to
for the big
me.
event, which will happen soon. Once it gets back to being awesome, I guess. He's coming in, gonna look around for a bit. I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen this, so I can't remember. A shootout's probably gonna break out eventually. But this is one of the few times where he doesn't murder everyone. These innocent people actually get to live, even though he probably murders them in the next scene. So I'm just talking here. I'm just talking. Also, it's amazing how a man like Arnold can just slip into a place like this undetected. Oh, never mind.
I hope you kept the people entertained.
I'm not very charismatic.
There's a I'm noticing about this film. There's a lot of like Arnold peeking around the corner.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. He's just sort of looking around. I guess this is where he lets
He's doing his
in,
thing,
I think,
you know.
who just happens to be at this window.
My favorite Arnold quote isn't actually from any of his action films.
Is it from his like run as the governor of California?
No, it's from the documentary Pumping Iron.
Is that like some sort of bodybuilding documentary or?
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, it's great. There's a fantastic line where he's like, when I'm pumping iron, it's like I'm calming.
Oh my! Okay,
I know satisfaction.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh my god!
It's my favorite Arnold line ever. This is when he was much younger too. I think this is like around the time because I think Pumping Iron came out, and then he did like Hercules New York or whatever.
What year was that? That was like late 70s, was it? When was that?
Something like that. And Arnold nowadays, of course, is running over random people in his Jeep or his like Hummer.
Oh my god, Hercules in New York was 1969.
Holy shit, what?
Actually, no, okay, Google says it's 1969, but Wikipedia says 1970, but still, that's way off.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. I think it was that. Well, I guess he's getting up there.
He's like in his 70s.
I think the last decent film he did was maybe Last Stand.
That was like he's 74 years old, and he did Last Stand in what, like 2013?
Yeah.
And then he did those two Terminator movies.
You know what? You know what really boils my piss?
Boy, okay, You don't want to say grind my
You
gears.
never heard? You want to say? No, I'm not gonna say grind my gears because that's a Family Guy thing.
You know what grinds my gears, Lois?
You know what really grinds my gears?
Lois, what grinds my gears? Ooh,
Oh,
man.
Peter.
Ow. I can't do voices at the moment because I'm still recovering from fucking COVID.
We are both still recovering from COVID. COVID messed me up.
Yeah, my voice has weirdly gotten worse somehow.
As Arnold destroys this American armory store or American gun store, get your vaccines, please.
Please.
I don't want to sound preachy or anything, but it does help.
Yeah, just get your boosters or whatever.
Like, unfortunately, I got COVID before I was eligible for my booster, and it fucked me up really bad. I had no taste or anything like that.
I still had taste.
Sod fortunately got his booster.
I was like,
he was much better off than I was.
Yeah, I guess I was. It still wasn't great, but compared to like some of the horror stories you were saying, I guess I got lucky.
I couldn't type. Like, I basically didn't talk to you guys for a week straight because I was so messed up.
We couldn't do the Death to Smoochie episode for a while.
I remember like Ethan and you were like messaging me like, "Are you okay?" I'd be like, "Man, I can't stand up."
But yeah, I guess this is sort of like a classic getting all my gear together scene.
Welcome to my channel where I talk about movie mistakes. The scene where he's loading up his rocket launcher, he actually picks it up, and then the same rocket launcher is in the background again.
Oh my god, that's probably a video somewhere.
See, it's right there. I'm not lying.
Yeah, but that's just the way you're doing that voice. That's probably an actual channel or like on like a Watch Mojo list.
I don't even doubt it.
It's like a Watch Mojo list, like top 10 movie mistakes.
He does this a second time in the film. I love this whole thing where they're like getting guns and everything, and they get fucking arrested. Like, this is really funny.
Wouldn't it be amazing if this is when the movie ended?
Oh my god. Imagine in theaters, like, the movie's only like 45 minutes long, and this is where it fucking ends.
Yeah, before the big shootout, it was really just an anti-gun advert disguised as an action movie.
I actually watched, as the movie's still going, Arnold is in police SWAT custody. And she gets away with it because she ran away.
Yeah, how did she, like, get under court?
He slips out the back while they arrest him.
I guess, like, everyone would be focused on the big Austrian man.
It's like, oh, he's not from America. We better arrest him. Of course.
Even though he is, I guess, an American icon.
He is. He's one of the American success stories, I guess you could say. Okay,
the fact that he
baby.
can get away with running people over in his car. That's how you know you've made it in America.
He didn't run someone over.
No,
what happened was
he crushed a guy in the truck. I've seen the photo.
I know, it's hilarious because like it wasn't a guy, it was a woman, and the only reason he got away with it because she said she was a fan.
Oh, here we go.
How do you not notice you're pointing at the wrong fucking
also
way?
Also, how she got they arrest Arnold, but she still manages to get all their stuff.
He gets all the weapons that he wanted.
Whoa, whoa!
That crazy bitch.
That should be a sequel spin-off to this. That crazy bitch.
That crazy bitch. But like the I and the T are like after. No, you fucking didn't. You failed the first time, and then you switched it around.
Just, like, Arnold slaps her and just goes liar. That just really gets to him.
I really wish this guy with the mustache was played by Jesse Ventura because he's really like filtering a lot of Jesse Ventura energy.
This is still this Australian man is still the best Australian man to get to appear in a movie.
No, the best Australian man is Nathan Jones.
Okay, more wrestling stuff.
Nathan Jones is not just known for wrestling. He's a popular Australian man.
What in Canada? He's the only popular.
Is he not
I
popular in
haven't heard of him
Australia?
for a while and over here, so I guess not.
He was in the film Boar.
Oh, the knockoff Razorback.
It honestly is, which is weird because they get Mick Taylor and they kill him immediately, which pissed me off.
I don't know. We should.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, we should just watch Razorback instead. We'll just do an episode on Razorback at some point because that's one of my favorite exploitation movies.
We might do another movie right after this. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully Razorbacks is just on YouTube somewhere.
I'd hope so.
That is a great movie.
I know Wolf Creek 1 and 2 are.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're just up on YouTube for all to see.
Yeah, I think it's the the less gory cuts, but they are there.
Weird.
I remember watching Wolf Creek 1 and being like, I don't like. People are like, oh, this is a really gory film. I'm watching. I was like,
the first Wolf Creek isn't that gory. It's just more like the horror saw more off screen.
As much as I liked Wolf Creek, I didn't really didn't think it was amazing by terms of gore or anything.
Yeah, it's not a gory movie.
Like Mick Taylor doesn't show up until fucking 40 minutes in.
Like the second one is extremely gory because that sort of like goes for like a horror comedy.
Good. That's what you should do. Your first film, you go straight horror, and then people are like, "Oh, that was quite good." And then you go into the second one, you go fucking like full Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Also, does she know how to fly a plane?
Why are you making fun of my Canadian accent?
I didn't make fun of your Canadian accent. You're drunk.
Sod, our resident racist. Are Australians known for being racist?
That's one thing we're extremely known for, I guess.
I thought so, yeah.
I mean, have you seen the Invasion Day debate? I feel like Australia Day over here, like in my area anyway, in Sydney.
When is Australia Day?
Oh, it's the 26th of January. But the thing is, like, I feel like more people go out and protest the date than actually celebrate it now. Oh, that looks very dodgy. That
it does, doesn't it?
Oh my god.
It's weird where they transition from an actual plane taking off to these two fucking sitting in front of a green screen.
I mean, that looks fine. Why don't just do that?
I don't know. I think it's like a perspective thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
It has to be because with this, it looks okay when they're like in the sky and everything, but because it was like a more close up.
Oh yeah, I guess they're like following John down, Mr. Matrix.
Oh, that was it. Oh no! So, if for some reason if you're actually watching with us instead of just actually listening to our bullshit, he just referenced World War III, which in 2022 is an actual possibility. Unfortunately,
yeah, we're gonna go to war soon. Get ready for that.
I don't think, honestly, I'd hope that the governments would not let it get to that.
Well, I guess the thing is, like, no one wants to.
Oh, there he is! There's our boy Bill.
Yeah, there he is. Well, we were just going to talk about World War III, but now let's just talk about Bill Paxton.
Let's talk about Bill Paxton and how fantastic he is.
Well, yeah, what a tragedy.
And how much I miss him.
Because wasn't the last big movie he did, like, Nightcrawler?
As far as I know, Nightcrawler was the last, like, theater released film he did.
What a tragedy. He's just like one of those guys that you're just gonna miss forever.
Even when he's playing an asshole, like, Bill himself seems like an extremely likable person.
Yeah, that's his thing. He's great at playing assholes.
Even though the film Twister is really fucking stupid.
I haven't seen Twister in years. For some reason, I had to watch that in, like, some sort of school class. I guess because it's just one of those movies where it's just like, oh, tornado. We're learning about tornadoes.
I don't feel like Twister is up to date on all the terms and everything. Like, I'm not a tornado expert or everything, but it seems kind of out of date to what people know now. I don't know.
Don't go around chasing tornadoes.
Or waterfalls. I love how this dude's trying to act super tough. He's got the knife on his head. He's like, yeah, I sharpened the knife on my hand. And the Australian's guy fuck
You
off.
pussy.
It's like, do you see how much bigger I am than you? I'm wearing fucking chainmail.
Yeah, that's another weird thing. Like, he's wearing, like, chainmail armor.
It's so good.
I mean...
Okay, the fight between this guy and Matrix a little later on is fantastic, especially considering this chat that they have.
I mean, it kind of
So yeah, they sent Matrix to kill this guy's political opposition, I guess.
It doesn't matter. It's just an excuse for Arnold to go and murder all his people.
I'll be back. Are you afraid of Matrix? Of course not. I'm smart.
25 minutes of this left. Jesus, this flies by.
This is a short and to the point film, and I love it for that. It doesn't need to be 3 fucking hours. It does what it needs to.
I guess, because I watched The Rock recently, and, the first half of that's just, oh, get on with it, and when it gets to the good stuff, it's really entertaining.
The first half of The Rock is literally just set up for Nicolas Cage's character.
Yeah, true. And I guess Sean Connery as well.
Well, no, Sean Connery's character doesn't get introduced until, after the first half hour.
Yeah, and then it sets him up, and then they go to Alcatraz, and then it gets good, really good. The Rock is a good movie.
Once him and Nick get on Alcatraz, it gets really good.
Yeah, they're great.
But I'd probably say the first 45 minutes of that movie are nothing.
You could, cut a good chunk out of it.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with Michael Bay. The problem is he doesn't... He's like, okay, this is good, but I need to add more.
Yeah, he just needs to add unnecessary shit to it. I don't know, I haven't seen Bad Boys 1 in a while. I remember that one being quite to the point by memory. Oh, wait, our guys... I love how he just...
he's pale, yeah. So hey! Arnold now, he's in a Speedo. He's in his little buoy. He's ready to set sail. Because all fucking hell's about to break loose. Nobody refers to him as John.
Just Matrix, I guess.
Because Matrix is so fucking cool.
Everyone wants to be John Matrix. That's what we all aspire to be. Look at that!
Those pecs.
Look at that!
Oh my god, he's so fucking hot! Sorry, Sod, let me whip me cook out.
Oh god.
It's weird contrast to skipping from Arnold in a fucking paddle boat with his bulging muscles to all these how do I put this? What country are they in? Do you know?
Just foreign country. That's all this movie needs, I guess.
I think they're in Puerto Rico, are they not?
I don't know. There he is. His little dinghy.
They're either in Puerto Rico or Mexico, because I think that's as far as a sea boat could get on a basic fuel source.
Well, they flew in a plane.
Well, yeah, but it's one of those standard water boats, and I don't think those carry a shit ton of fuel. So they're probably either in Mexico or Puerto Rico. I don't know.
We gotta watch. This is the most iconic gearing up scene of all time.
This is his second suiting up.
Yeah, true, but
this time he doesn't get arrested.
But wouldn't it be amazing if they still there was some lifeguard or coastal patrol picked up on him? It's pack it up.
If they arrested him for a second time.
Also, I love this mansion. It's just generic.
To be fair, he does look like a fucking badass.
Yeah. So fucking cool.
This man is so cool, he never has to reload his weapon.
Oh, that's another thing as well with this big scene.
Oh, yeah, especially when he has the assault rifle with the long chain of bullets that he never reloads.
Yes, infinite ammo turned on.
Yeah, he put the cheat. Arnold's like, I need to save my daughter. I better put the cheats in. Yeah. Infinite life, infinite ammo. I got this.
I mean, you can sort of hear a bit of aliens in the soundtrack now.
A little bit. Because Aliens was 79, was it
No,
not?
Aliens. Actually, wait, this came out before.
Oh,
This came out before Aliens.
Well, when was Aliens?
86.
86?
Yeah, and this was 85.
Okay. And
I love
Alien
how they're just like
was
cutting back. They're
79.
cutting back to the guy on the plane.
Oh my god, he's fucking dead, mate!
More peeking around corners.
Who was sitting beside him? Oh, some guy who said he had stomach pains. Been in the shitter for 12 hours.
Yeah, they just turned up. Yeah, you might want to check on him. Wouldn't that be a great movie? It's just like after he like kills the guy on the plane, it's just like me.
Here's Puerto Rican me.
Wait, where?
If I was bald, this fat
This one guy
guy
would be you. Do you relate to him?
Yeah, if I was bald, that would be me.
What would it be like to be a henchman? Like the life of a henchman in an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Life of a henchman. I don't know if
I could just sort of.
Oh, it's like they reference that in the
Oh my
Action
god!
Hero.
More action, Last Action. We've been talking more about Last Action Hero than Commando this entire time.
Because as much as I like Commando, I love Last Action Hero because Last Action Hero is amazing.
It makes fun of this movie.
No, because Arnold goes to the mansion. He says, "What are you, the henchman?" He's like, "No, I prefer lackey." It's so good. Let me just slit your fucking throat real quick.
I mean, that was
dead.
the gentlest throat slitting of all time.
It was. Well, if how his daughter has been trying to escape for 12 hours.
Yeah, just to get that wood. Hey!
Have we heard the Wilhelm scream?
No, we
yet?
haven't. We might.
It's weird because the Wilhelm scream is in Red Dead Redemption.
The Wilhelm scream is in everything. It should be in this somewhere. We're gonna hear it eventually.
I do believe even in Dragon Ball, the dub,
The dub's used.
Dragon Ball Z, the Wilhelm scream is a thing.
Oh my god.
No offense, but I don't think a Claymore can do that much fucking damage. I played Call of Duty.
I played Call of Duty, and this isn't that, so it's less realistic.
I played Call of Duty. I don't think a Claymore could do that much fucking damage.
I play Call of Duty every day, and the Claymore cannot do that. That is entirely inaccurate.
Why the fuck is the top of the lighthouse exploding? He didn't even put a fucking explosive up there.
Oh,
where are you, you fucking bitch?
12 hours
God
just
damn
to get
it.
that
She
one.
fucking
Oh my god,
escaped.
that's terrifying.
See you later, fucker. Oh my god. Sod, your dad is amazing at this. I've seen that one photo of your dad. It kind of looks like this is your dad, but if he let himself go a little bit.
Oh god, I hope he listens to this. I'm gonna have to show him this one bit.
Have you told your father about the podcast at all?
He knows about the podcast, but
okay. Well, you do have a brother. Does he know about? Has he listened?
I told you, didn't I tell you that? He found out about it, and then he told his friends.
Oh, his
about
friends
it.
also, I do believe. Yes.
Yeah. So, if one of you are listening to this, hello. I acknowledge you. Yes, you are being acknowledged by older brother, man.
Well, your cousin is also a frequent listener as of late.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
James, if you're listening, mate, we fucking love you.
Yeah, we just doxed you, by the way. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we should get James in on the next one.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about doing Wolf Creek at some point. sort of
We
like
were, yeah.
Australia's Day special.
The thing is, I don't feel like the first Wolf Creek would be much to talk about.
Well, I think if we did them both with like 1 and 2, just to sort of talk about like the transition between the two would work.
Yeah. Well, have you or your cousin or brother or any of your family members actually been to
None
Wolf
of us
Creek, the
been
filming
to Wolf.
location?
No, none of us have been to Wolf Creek. That's the funny thing.
And it's actually called Wolf Creek in real
Yes,
life,
it's a
right?
real
It was where the
place.
murders actually happened.
Yeah, it is a known place where backpackers
Okay.
disappear. And the
All
funny
right,
thing
fair
is, another, I guess, a sort of behind the scenes story on like Wolf Creek, because you know, like the place where John Jarrett takes the, I don't know, I guess our trio out to that, like,
Yeah, he like they follow him for like an hour and a half.
yeah, that site was apparently not too far away from like one of the actual murders. And the thing
Oh,
is, the
okay.
locals in that area like thought like the movie was like specifically based on that crime, even though it wasn't. It was just the like I guess the idea like Mick Taylor's sort of supposed to be like every like Australian serial killer into one terrifying character.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, the actual Wolf Creek serial killer in real life was captured.
yeah, and he I think eventually died of cancer.
He passed. Yeah, he passed away in prison.
Yeah, thank.
Because you guys don't have executions there. Neither do we.
No, we don't.
Honestly, I think executions are fine. Like, if somebody kills like 20 people, it's probably like, maybe you shouldn't be in prison, mate. Maybe you should be fucking dead.
Oh, this is like the big scene. He takes off his shirt.
Oh yeah, this whole scene with him on this like little Caribbean island or wherever the fuck
He's just mowing down all these like generic.
He's literally a character in a first person shooter who has all the cheats turned on.
Yeah. Also, just like
he's me in Red Dead where like I just headshot everybody.
Oh,
I'm surprised when he did that he didn't say fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing that he gets the buzzsaws and there comes the axe.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah!
Machete to meet you. This is great. He never reloads this weapon.
It's amazing.
Once. He just keeps shooting continuously.
Like, it's like 81 kills in this movie. It feels like more, but it is 81, I think.
Okay, going back to Last Action Hero. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's a scene in Last Action Hero where Arnold himself, he's playing Arnold. Arnold is playing Arnold.
Yeah.
He says, in the last movie, we killed 131 people. In this movie, we only kill 47. So we're bringing the kill total down, but we're telling a more competent story. It's so funny.
Yeah, we'll get it more into Last Action Hero when we eventually cover it, because I know you want to do an episode on it.
If we don't do it on the podcast, me and Sod will watch it live, and you can listen to us talking about it.
Because that is a great movie.
It is fantastic. It's one of my favorite films of all time.
I got the double pack that came with Hudson Hawk of all things.
That is an incredible 2-pack.
Yeah. Oh, we should do Hudson Hawk as a commentary or something. That would be great.
We should. You and me should. I think that would be really funny because that movie is really funny.
Yeah.
So throughout this whole thing, Arnold's daughter is either locked in a room or she's like running through this basement away from this scary Australian man.
It's epic. Gender swap epic.
Holy fuck. Oh, I've been shot. Oh,
bleep. Oh.
So we don't get the Wilhelm scream, but we still get a lot of throughout this. It's just so good.
I forgot to. I know I have.
Okay, so this guy. The composer did. You said Aliens,
yeah,
right?
James Horner.
Did he do anything in Terminator? Because this seems like a little bit of a rip-off Terminator.
Terminator was Brad Pitt.
So Terminator. Yeah, Terminator's. This is dun 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 dun.
I mean, I guess they sort of. Oh, foreign bad guy has a gun now. He's not the rich man anymore.
Oh shit! El Capitan.
Oi!
Oh, you hit me with the gun! I love how Arnold is me in a video game. Like, oh, this gun is new. I better take it and shoot somebody with it. Maybe there's an achievement.
Oh, you expected to go on? Achievement unlocked.
I wish there was like a Commando video game.
I mean, there probably was like on the
Was there?
NES.
Was there like a NES video?
There
Like, that's what I'm
definitely
wondering,
was. If there is
there was a shit ton of Terminator video
like
games.
just Arnold video games in general.
You were talking about Commando 2 earlier. There actually is a Commando 2.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was. Yeah, it's like Bollywood.
Yeah. Has nothing to do with this
I
film.
guess it's like a separate series. Like there is like.
Oh, there goes El Capitan.
I was just checking. Down he goes.
This is one of those films where he kills the main villain before he kills the side villain.
Yeah, because they sort of like set up like Bennett's. Like, the guy's name's Bennett. We've just been referring to him as biggest scary Australian man, but
because in a usual action film, he would kill big bad Australian henchmen first, and then he would kill the main villain, much like in The Crow or anything else to that extent.
But here it's just like.
But Commando says, "Fuck you! I'm killing him first, and then I'm gonna go kill the fuck who's trying to kill me daughter."
Oh yeah, the daughter has a name.
Jenny!
So what is...
It's a lot of Commando films.
What, the Bollywood Commandos?
No, I love the name of Commando 2. The Black Money Trail Commando 2. Which isn't an actual sequel to the Commando.
Wait, Bollywood Commando or Arnold Commando?
Bollywood Commando is its own thing.
Oh!
It has nothing. There is something called Strike Commando, which is also its own thing. I thought this had like a direct sequel with a completely different actor.
Yeah, it feels like there would be like a direct-to-DVD sequel.
Yeah. Very strange. Let the girl go.
Honestly, I like that Arnold's pretending that bullet affects him.
No, because as we know from Last Action Hero, that is just a flesh wound.
He looks like he's about to... Oh. He's just trying...
I love this dialogue exchange.
Especially like the faces he's making. He's just trying to contain himself.
Come on, Bennett. Let's party. I don't need the gun. I don't need the girl. I just need me fucking cork, mate.
I mean, knife.
Ah, that's not a knife. This is a knife. I love in Wolf Creek where it's like, that's not a knife. This is a knife. And then later on, he pulls out a massive knife. He's like, that's not a knife. This is a knife. And he fucking kills them.
Oh, he called him John for once.
You're getting old, John.
And Arnold was at his peak at this point.
He really, like, physically, yes. Was this like one of the last films where you saw him with his shirt fully off?
Well, no, Predator came after this.
Oh, that's true. I guess he was like pretty much naked in Predator. He's down to his skizzies.
I mean, he wasn't wearing the like Speedos like he was a while ago.
If anything, he was almost more buff in Predator than this.
Yeah. Donk.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Bonk. Wink. Dink.
A block. Ow!
Splunk. Boing. Bing.
Ow! Stop hitting me, yo! I never told this story. My uncle once pranked me when I was like 10 years old because he did a pretty good Arnold impersonation. He called me on my phone. Well, it was on my grandma's
What did you
phone,
thought the real Arnold
and he calls
Schwarzenegger was
me.
calling?
I thought it was the real Arnold because, like, because through the phone he sounded just like him in the films,
That's amazing.
and like at that point I've seen Predator, like Commando, Terminator, Last Action Hero, just to name a few. Like also Running
Also,
Man.
that scream, just because you would think that would be like the killing blow, but no, they just keep on going.
No. The killing blow is
I
much
know, I
funnier.
know.
But my uncle called me on me grandma's phone, pretending to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. A damn spot on one, I might say. You know how like a lot of impersonations are like, oh wait, I'll tell the rest of
We
this
gotta
after
watch this. Bonk.
Oh, he throws the pipe through his chainmail armor. I love. So Arnold has saved his daughter. And he's like, you know what, General? Fuck you. If your fucking helicopter wouldn't have just randomly. You know what? It's like
Float
if the
off.
helicopter wouldn't have just looked out the window, my daughter wouldn't have got fucking kidnapped.
It's all your. Also, I love how the daughter's just untraumatized by none of this.
Oh, she's completely fine. She's like, you know what? My dad saved me. I'm good.
Yeah.
No chance. I'm not coming back. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself. You fucking cunt.
Oh yeah, woman's here as well.
I'm woman. You know what the worst Arnold film is?
What?
Junior.
Oh god.
I don't
What,
understand why he thought that was a good idea. Why anybody thought that was a good idea.
Well, that was a weird time where he was like doing comedies.
Well,
I mean,
no, it's strange because Kindergarten Cop is hilarious, but
yeah,
Junior
like
is
that
just
worked. The
is
Kingdom
disgusting.
worked. Also, we end with some 80s pop song which was popular then.
Somewhere, someone, sometime.
Also, I love that they just fly off into the sunset.
I love how Disney's like, oh, you like that, did you? You better fucking like Predator.
Yeah, of course.
What are the odds that Craig would say go fuck yourself with like 2 minutes left?
Oh god.
So this has been Sod and Simon watch a movie. Well, it was there, it was in the background. We talked.
We talked
Well-
and there happened to be a movie there.
Yeah. Simon and Sod talk. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep putting my name first because I have a fucking disorder where I
Yeah.
think I'm the greatest shit ever.
The greatest shit disorder. That's the
No,
official
because
term.
like when we first started the podcast, I was like, should we name it Simon versus the podcast? It's kind of catchy, and you were like,
wanted to call it Death Blimps. That was the first
dude,
name.
no, Death Blimps is our rap group. We got Sod, Simon, Ethan, Kudabi, we're here to say that we're gonna stay. Everybody knows that we're here to play. See, it works. So this has been Sod and Simon watch a movie in quotation.
Yeah.
Our first episode, maybe our last, depends what happens.
I want to do this again. This was good.
I do want to do this again. Maybe we'll do it again right after. Who knows? But our first episode, Commando.
Good movie.
Where we barely talk about Commando.
we talk about other Arnold movies rather than this one.
We basically talk about Last Action Hero and how much we love it. So thanks for listening. Sod and myself probably won't see you next time. Bye.
Bye.